And then, okay, so we are recording. I'm gonna do my best to make this super quick. I'm sorry, you guys. This cold is like. Yesterday, I did a live video on my challenge group, and I was like dripping everywhere and like wiping my nose every 30 seconds. So at least it's not that bad. My colds are like usually runny faucet, stuffy nose, and then I'm better. So we're heading in the right direction. Okay, so I just kind of over the next couple of weeks, I wanted to recap Summit. Especially for the people that weren't able to make it. But even if you were there, we were in different workshops. So I think it's a really good opportunity for us to kind of come together and compare notes and mastermind a little bit, and talk about kind of what our plan is going forward for the rest of the year and taking advantage of these two amazing programs that are launching. So one of the biggest pieces of advice I got at my first summit, and I've taken it to heart and it's applied every year since then, is, you can't implement everything you learn. You are going to hear so much awesome information when you go to Summit, or rewatch, the Summit workshops for those of you that weren't able to go. If you don't know, you can go into your Coach Online office under the training tab and all the workshops will be in there. I haven't checked to see if the new ones are up yet, but if not, there's still awesome ones from last year available. So if you, if you were in the coach workshop track, you could probably get access to some of the leadership ones and vice versa. But anyway, you can't implement everything. And so you have to come home and brain dump, just get all your thoughts out on paper and look through everything and pick your top 3 things that you're going to choose to implement. I mean, there's probably going to be 15 things that you're like, oh, that's such a good idea. Oh, that would blow up my business. Oh, this is really good. Oh, the top coach is doing that. I should try that too. You can't do everything. There's no way you can. So pick your top 3 things that you want to focus on going forward with your business, and that's just what you roll out with. And so I did that, and I came up with my top 3 things, so that's kind of what I'm going to share with you guys today. The first thing is, and I was talking with some of you guys about this last night, but checking your sponsorship drill down. You guys have seen when our team page was active, and I'm thinking about opening that back up. Not consistently posting in there like I was before, but just having it as a means of communication so everybody can be all in one place together. Because I know we have several different message threads going on, like people that were in Team Cut, people that are leading Morning Meltdown 100, whatever. I'm thinking about opening up the Team Ignite page again, just so that we can have a central communication hub. But anyway, checking your sponsorship drill down more than once a week, okay? A lot of us have gotten into the practice over the years of checking it on Wednesday morning, because Wednesday is the end of the business week. You want to make sure everything is set and ready to go. That way, your rank advancement goes through on Thursday morning, or, your Success Club points are where they need to be, or whatever. Wednesday, what happens if you check it Wednesday morning and then that 30 minutes that you have to work your business in the morning is the only 30 minutes that you have that day? You have no time to put fires out. So that's not going to do you any good. So Brittany Leggett was talking about this in the leadership workshop, and she has an alarm set on her phone to check her sponsorship drill down every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3 times a week. And I've gotten into the practice of doing that. I even have, I'll show you guys, the key players, the key parts of my sponsorship drill down that are going to impact my business in the biggest ways are up on my whiteboard. So I don't even have to pull up my Coach Online office. All I have to do is look up there, and I update it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That way, if I look at it on Friday and I'm like, oh, so-and-so is going to go inactive, and that's going to make her lose her team cycle bonus because her emerald's going to drop, and that's going to make her lose her diamond because she lost an emerald, and that's going to affect this and that, whatever. One coach can have this ripple effect in the entire organization. So I am keeping an eye on things levels deep. And I messaged you guys about some of the stuff that I was noticing last night, not because I'm trying to micromanage you, but because I know in the past, there are things that I have missed, and then I wake up Thursday morning and I'm like, what happened to my diamond? And it's because so-and-so had a return and didn't even realize that all their volume disappeared, and I wish that my coach had seen it and given me a heads up. because it could have been an easy fix. So making sure that you are checking your sponsorship drill down more than once a week to give yourself time to have those conversations, give people a heads up, put fires out, things like that. It's just something that has to be done. If you want to be the CEO of your business, you've got to be on top of what's happening in your business. So that was number one. Number two, getting back to the importance of storytelling. This was Bonnie Ingles' entire speech that she gave, and she related it to hormones and, eliciting that dopamine response that you want to get from people when they're reading a story. Like, how many of you don't even need to be scrolling social media, and then you come across, maybe it's a coach, maybe it's some other influencer that you follow, but they catch you with the first sentence of that post. And even though you don't have time to read a 4-paragraph post, here you are, you got sucked in because it's a really good story and you want to know the ending. Not every single post is going to be like that. I realize that it takes time to come up with those posts. It takes a little bit of creativity, but making sure that you're doing that on a consistent basis and not just like once in a while. Like, I know that I had gotten away from that. I was lacking a little bit of motivation there for a little while, and my posts were more like fly by the seat of my pants, and they weren't eliciting like any sort of emotion from people that were reading them. And she said a lot of times, we don't even need to do it, but we, instead of giving somebody a dopamine response to reading our post, we're giving them an adrenaline response in a bad way. Because, it's the end of the month, or you're trying to sign up another coach so that you can get that rank advancement before the bonus cutoff or whatever it is. And you have a post that's like, excuse me, the next 3 people to join my challenge group are going to get this, or, it's just something that you think it's a rah-rah, like pep rally kind of post, but really it's stressing people out. And then same thing with your conversations. And that's why it's so important to be focusing on Success Club like the first 10 to 15 days of the month, because you never want to get yourself into that situation where it's like the last 2 days of the month and you're super stressed. And so you're sending out all these messages and people can feel your stress through your messages. You get desperate. You're not trying to be desperate in the way that you're talking to them, but we're all human beings. We can pick up that energy from other people. And so the same thing happens when you're posting on social media. So it's just something to keep in mind when you're crafting your posts. And then the last thing that I've started really focusing on is using third-party tools to do the explaining for me. Candace Talbot talked about this in the general session. So those of you that went, you were there. I don't hear everything that happens in workshops because I'm answering a message or I'm taking notes on the last thing she said or whatever. So for those of you that maybe didn't catch this, I wanted to remind you, we have some amazing, they've been revamped third-party tools. 5 years ago, you could not pay me to use the third-party tools that Beachbody was offering us. Not the case anymore. There's some really, really, really awesome pictures and videos and just like talking points and stuff like that they provide for us for everything, every program, every nutrition plan, every supplement, all of this stuff, you guys, and it's right in your Coach Online office. If you want, I can send you the ones. So I reached out to Candace and I was like, hey, I totally want to start using third-party tools. Can you tell me which ones you've been using and the ones that you love? And they're all, the ones that she uses are literally right in the Coach Online office. It's not some super special one that she made. It's not some special one that she got from another coach that's not willing to share with everybody. They're right in the back office. So I can show you guys, there's like one that explains what a challenge group is. There's one that explains what Beachbody On Demand is. There's one that explains about the coaching opportunity. And the benefit to doing this is, A, it saves you a lot of time, a lot of back and forth, answering a bazillion questions. And everybody's going to ask the same questions. It gets a little monotonous answering the same stuff all the time. And it's hard to keep that energy up. But B, when somebody is coming to you and asking you about the coaching opportunity, and then all of a sudden you start rattling off all of this information, the first thing they think of is, holy crap, I would have so much to learn. This person knows so much. She's so knowledgeable. I am never going to be able to explain that to somebody else. But if you use a third-party tool to answer all of their questions, how duplicatable is that for a brand new coach? Like, oh, I could just get this video from her and I could use it to share the coaching opportunity with other people, or I can use it to explain what a challenge pack is because I don't even know myself. So this is huge. And I didn't even really think about the duplication piece of it until she explained that at Summit. And so it's kind of been a no-brainer for me. So like when I get a new follower on Instagram now, it's like, here, I'll read you guys my message. It's the same one. Some of you have heard it, but I'll just read it to you. Oh, hang on. It says, hey girlie, thank you so much for following me. I'm not sure if you've seen any of my posts or stories about the challenges I run, but I love helping women rock their lives and become the best versions of themselves. I'm enrolling ladies for my next virtual boot camp that includes access to 800 plus workouts, a lifestyle nutrition course, superfood supplementation, awesome support and accountability to crush goals in our crazy busy lives. Could I send you some info to see if you might be interested in joining us? 9 times out of 10, they're like, yeah, sure, absolutely, send me some info. Third-party tool. That's it. It's that easy. I don't have to do any more explaining. I don't have to ask for their email. So what I do when they write back to me and say, yes, I would love more information, and I send them that third-party tool, I just flag the message in my inbox because then you can filter it through flagged ones, and then I can go back in and follow up if they haven't answered me back in a couple of days. That has been a really easy system for me. And I pick out the links for the third-party tools that I want to have handy, and then I just keep them in a note on my phone. So when somebody wants more information about a challenge group, I just go into the note. I look for I have them labeled. What is a challenge group? Here's the link to the video. What is coaching about? Here's the link to the video. What is Beachbody on Demand? Here's the link to the video. So they're ready. They're easy to access. I don't need Wi-Fi to get on my browser or anything like that and look them up. It's just right there. Copy and paste it in a message. Flag it so that I can filter it later. And I'm done. So those are the 3 things that I am focusing on going forward from Summit. None of them are really like earth-shattering, but one of the speakers that we had in the Leadership 2 workshops, oh my gosh, I cannot remember his name for the life of me. He has a book called Atomic Habits. Jason Cleary, I think, something like that is his name. But the whole premise of his speech was, it is not these massive life overhauling changes that are going to make the biggest difference for you. It is like these 1% changes added up over time are going to make this massive difference down the road. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on. I'm making little tweaks. Instead of explaining everything, I'm using a third-party tool. When I craft my content, I'm being a little bit more intentional about telling a story and then making a simple change to, instead of checking my drill down every Wednesday, I'm checking it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday so that I can give people a heads up like, hey, you might lose your Team Cycle bonus next week if you don't get this person back. Or set up a new coach or whatever. So yeah, those are the things I wanted to share with you guys. For those of you that were not at Summit, we've got awesome things coming. Vegan beach bar I'm really excited about. If you haven't seen the sizzle reel for 6 weeks of the work with our new trainer, you need to go watch it. It looks amazing. I get to work out with him on Sunday. He's coming to Super Sunday. I'm really pumped. Speaking of Super Sunday, Super Weekend is this weekend. So if you have not looked up an event near you, they are under the events tab in your Coach Online office. Make sure you go in there, find the event closest to you. It might be 2 hours away, but if you want to run a business, that's kind of what happens. Next time, if you don't want to drive that far, you should just host your own, like Holly and Sarah are. And you guys, can you talk about that for a second? Like, I know the first one was like rinky-dink and teeny tiny, and you were terrified, and here you are doing it again. So, Holly, I'm going to unmute you. Go ahead.
Okay, what do you want from us? So this one is really nice and different because Beachbody, since it's an open house, has given us, like, it's way better than last time. Last time it was like an extra super long video. I don't remember the time frame, but we actually cut out some of the video because we only had the space reserved for like a certain amount of time. So we really catered more toward the people who were not already coaches, because that was the majority of the people in the room. This time is kind of the same thing. It's an open house, hang on just a second, Mo, because I'm talking, you don't start going crazy. Sorry. So all of the videos from Beachbody are going to be like super short. They're like, I think the longest one is 10 minutes. There's like a 4-minute and a 5-minute. And we're going to have, Sarah's going to talk about her awesome physical transformation and how just coaching, even if you never make any money, which you're going to make money, but how much it helps with your own personal goals, right? And then I have another girl who's been a discount coach for 2 years. She was like one of the first people with me. And she's going to share her losing weight after her second baby. And then she had a third and then bouncing back. And so, and then we asked somebody, there's like a space for like a keynote. I'm going to share briefly just some motivation and stuff. Some of what I got from Summit, some of my own stuff, you know, we always connect faith with it, but I'm sorry. Anyway, that's what it, I don't know what it looks like. This is the first, we feel like this one is like the first one that's real. Last one doesn't count. Like last one was like, we didn't have planning stuff, so baby. So.
No, that's awesome.
It's going to be, there are people coming that we don't know. And I've had several coaches message me asking if it was okay if they sent their people that are here. So first, it'll be a good mix of, like in the very beginning, we're going to ask to raise hands for if you're a Beachbody coach, if you're a Beachbody challenger, or if you are just here to check it out. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So how was the process to like get your event registered so that corporate would send you the video? Was it pretty easy?
So I did it the first time. Sarah did it the second. Sarah's like, Sarah should be talking. Sarah did everything. I was in the middle of like crazy life, but it was easy.
Yeah. So basically all you have to do is there's a Google form that is in the back office, and like when you click on sign up an event, and it tells you in the form that you have to have an event page. So it tells you to either use Facebook or Eventbrite. And we've just been using Facebook because we do ours at the library, so it's free, so we don't need to charge anything for overhead. So we've just been doing a Facebook event, and this one was really nice since our space was kind of limited, and we were thinking that it might fill up, that we might end up getting people that we didn't know and all that kind of stuff. Facebook has a thing like a seat counter. And so people basically have to reserve a spot. So that's been really nice to be able to plan ahead, like for the number of waivers to print out and all that kind of stuff. But that's it. You just make an event link and you put it in that form. It takes like, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. I think the thing that took me the longest was making the image for the Facebook event because, you know, they have like weird sizes.
Yeah.
So I just had to play with that for a minute, but that probably took me the longest.
And then they just sent you the video?
Yeah, they sent us the videos yesterday or 2 days ago.
Well, and the schedule, like they give you a whole schedule plan, and so just like some insight too. And what's nice about smaller ones versus bigger ones is that like each of us kind of bring products, so we'll have kind of a whole spectrum of the products out. We're only going to sample Shaco and Energize, but we'll have like tubs of Recover, Greens Boost, Collagen. We'll sample Beach Bars, and then like I pick up giveaways that are like giveaways that I would give my challengers. So this year we've got 2 yoga mats and a shaker cup with 2 shakes and Energize in it. Last year, since it was so small and just us, we put our business cards in it. This year I put my husband's chiropractor business cards.
Yeah.
But we're not putting our teams because it, like, you know, it is going to be several coach teams that are. So,
you know how this is how the Portland Super Saturday got started in Jesse's living room with like 5 coaches, and now that event pulls over 400 coaches. They have to rent the convention center.
Wow.
So we have kind of pushed to our girls that we want to start a movement. So I don't know if you guys have like the orthodontists or people who have like the stickers that are like on the cars all over town.
Yeah.
We do. We have some, folks who are like, oh, if you get seen with this sticker on your car, you have a chance to get $20 or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, so we have a girl making us decals. So it says "Survive to Thrive," like the sir is marked out and the THR, and so we'll have those there. We can't sell them because we can't exchange money at the library, but we'll have them there, and we're giving them away to discount coaches who bring in people to Morning Meltdown 100, and our discount coaches are bringing people to Super Weekend. So
amazing, you guys! I'm so flipping proud of you. I would totally host my own if there wasn't one. The Seattle one's pretty huge. So,
yeah, it's really crazy. That girl who's like a 5-star diamond in Houghton, she was going to drive to New Orleans for her Super Saturday, but before I reached out and was like, hey, we're doing ours here in Shreveport.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I'm like, why would you not? I mean, it's just easy.
Yeah, it's easy. Cool.
And I heard some people on the little Facebook
to be able to apply for a super trainer. So,
and I saw also FYI on the little Facebook Super Saturday host group. I saw some people saying that they were like in kind of a secluded area, so they were doing a Zoom Super Saturday.
That's cool.
So you can register it the same way. And somebody said, yeah, I'm doing something similar, but with a private Facebook group. Like they're going to do it through Facebook Live. So those are other options if you don't have one near you to look into doing something like that.
Awesome. So no excuses. Everybody should be at or watching a Super Weekend event this weekend. Awesome. Okay, thank you guys. Same time, same place next Friday. We'll hear from somebody in the coach workshops. Okay?
Bye.
I can't undo it.
Mom.